the channel, guys. Listen, this is an impromptu video. Here's the backstory. So, Fancy and I went on a walk this morning to do our morning insights, and I shot a video. I was in the house editing it, and I wasn't happy. I was not happy with it in the least bit. I just did not like the way it turned out. And so I started thinking about, okay, how can I do I need to redo this? Do I need to go for a walk? What do I need to do? So I decided, let's do it live. Check this out. Well, if I can hit it. Look at how beautiful it is. Look at that sky. How nice is that? So this is the type of day I'm dealing with. So I figured, let's go outside. Let's do an impromptu live and talk about the subject we were talking about on our walk. Fancy and I were on our walk with. So here's the deal. The past 4 or 5, well, since the election, so I guess it's what, 4 days. There's been a slew of videos showing leftists melting down, the snowflakes melting down, and all that stuff. In fact, I don't know how your feed is. My feed, I'm telling you, you can't swing a dead cat without seeing one of these videos. And it was fun at first, but after a couple of days, it's gotten kind of old. Seriously. And I did the video the other day where we need to talk about we're talking about unity. We need to come together. Yeah, this is good. It's not going to happen unless some things change. And here's some of the problems. Number one, self-reflection. Self-reflection is a huge positive in this thing. And I remember back in 2020 when the elections happened, some people, myself included, were very upset about the way it turned out. And it's not necessarily the way it turned out. It's the process, the way the process panned out. I was not happy about the way it panned out because it seems like there were a lot of questions that were not answered. And still, to this day, they haven't been answered. But you know what? It's in the past. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. Fast forward to 2024. There's a bunch of people that are not happy with the way the elections turned out. And there is a hissy fit. There is a national hissy fit growing that's going to explode one day. And it's because these people are not happy with the way things turned out. And over the last 3 or 4 days, it's been because, well, first it was black men, and then it was Hispanics, and then it was white women, and across the whole time it's been white males, the people like me that are apparently I'm extremely biased and misogynistic. I don't like women, which is really funny considering my past. But they've been throwing all these things out, and they've been pointing their fingers in every direction except at themselves. Here's the deal. And if any liberal runs across this live stream and watching it right now or in the replay, maybe, just maybe, your candidate sucked. Maybe Kamala Harris was a terrible candidate. And maybe, just maybe, I'm just throwing this out here, your policies and your ideas on the way that America should move forward to most Americans is repugnant. And they think they're terrible ideas. So this is the first thing. This is the first thing about this what we were talking about today on our walk that we need to think about. Maybe y'all need to like reflect on yourselves and think maybe it's not everybody else, maybe it's us. Because I've got this rule in my life. If you continually run into problems, maybe the problem isn't with everybody else, maybe it's with you. And you need to reflect on yourself and decide how you fix the problem. Okay, now, quite honestly, do I think that's going to happen? No, I don't. I think the next 2.5 months, and after January 6, 2025, I think it's going to be 4 years of relentless people attacking the administration and telling everybody that does not agree with them that they're a Nazi, they're a fascist, they're a misogynist, they're a racist, whatever. It's going to happen. Okay. The second thing, and this one, quite honestly, kind of bothers me. Not bother. It concerns me. And hey, guys, listen. Everybody that's in chat, they're like really tiny, and I don't have my glasses on. I can't see. I see local preppers in here. All right, who else is in here? Scanes, Hygie Homestead. Hey, everybody that's in chat, thank you for coming on. I realize this is impromptu, and I appreciate you guys taking time out of your Saturday afternoon and joining me here. The next thing we need to talk about. All I've heard for the last year and a half is democracy. People on the left have been so freaking concerned about democracy that's been the entire conversation. All right. After the 5th of November 2024, I don't think they really understand what they're talking about. And here's why. So let's set aside the fact that the United States is a constitutional republic. Let's take that. Let's push that over here. It's over here. We're not gonna talk about that. Okay? We're gonna talk about democracy. They promoted it and they pushed it, and that was the most important thing. And Donald Trump was the biggest threat to democracy and apparently the entire history of the world. Well, you know what? The Electoral College worked out exactly like it was supposed to. It's supposed to give voice to the smaller states and give them an equal say in the way things go forward. We're setting that aside. Democracy worked out exactly like they said it should. A majority of the people in the United States of America. Oh, hang on one second, guys. Freya, get your butt over here. Little black girl has decided she needs to walk across on that side of the road. This is not acceptable. And here she comes. She knows she's in trouble. Anyway, democracy in 2024 worked out exactly like it should have. Donald J. Trump won 54% of the popular vote. Now, in modern day America, that's a landslide. Historically and by any realistic terms, yeah, that's not a landslide. But in modern political American history, that's a landslide. So a majority of Americans have decided that Donald J. Trump should be the president of the United States. They're throwing a hissy fit. And trust me, guys, everything that I'm seeing, the hissy fit that they're throwing now is going to be small compared to what's coming. They are building up momentum. We have not seen any violence yet. Would not be surprised if it happens. In fact, I'm kind of expecting it. But they talk about democracy, and they think that this is the most important thing, and that their political opponents are the greatest threat to democracy. But whenever democracy turns out the way it's supposed to, they get upset and they start throwing a hissy fit. And the only conclusion that I can draw from this, the only conclusion, is that they don't care one whit about democracy. All they care about is being in control and getting their way, right? What you and I think matters not to them. All they care about is what they think and that the way they think things should happen. It's sad. It's really sad. Um, Distinct possibility that our country is going to be torn apart because a large portion of the United States citizenry is going to throw a hissy fit like spoiled children. They don't get their way and they're going to tear stuff down until they get it. It's sad. It really is sad. We saw it in 2016, the fiery but mostly peaceful protests. We saw that, and that's what is going to happen. I hate to say it, and I really wish I didn't feel this way. I really wish that I had a higher opinion of my fellow Americans, but I don't. I don't have that. I don't have that feeling. Um, God, God, prove me wrong. Seriously, I hope that the dear Lord looks at what's going on in America and says, "No, we're gonna make everything right." I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think he's gonna see it that way. Okay, so let's see. I've been at this for what 11 minutes. I appreciate everybody showing up. Oh, local prepper. That's racist. Yes, you know what? I have come to realize. I have come to realize that by modern parlance and modern measurements, that I am probably a racist. Because I expect people to behave in a certain manner, and if they don't behave in a certain manner, um, I judge them for it, and because of that, I'm racist. Now, let's get down to brass tacks. I'm not racist. I could care less about the color of your skin. Um, I fully embrace Martin Luther King, the content of your character. I was in the Marine Corps. Everybody is a shade of green. And speaking of Marine Corps, I'm doing a live stream November 10th, 2024. We're going to do the annual Grumpy's Marine Corps birthday live stream. I hope you guys can join me. If you're a veteran, pop in there and say hi. If you're a Marine Corps veteran, pop in. Let's get some people up live and on the panel to talk about it. It is a distinctly unique experience. Let's put it that way. Being a Marine Corps veteran is something that through the history of the United States and the history of the world, most people have not experienced. And love it or not, it makes us special in human history, and I want to celebrate that because I really do. The Marine Corps made me who I am, and I appreciate it. I really do. So anyway, getting back to the topic at hand. You know, there's a lot of stuff that's going to happen in the next 2 or 3 months. There's a lot of stuff that's going to happen in the next 4 years that we need to be prepared for. We need to understand. Number one, understand why it's happening. Number two, once we understand why it's happening, we can prepare for what the outcome is. Hang on. Skane says, okay, I'm new to the live stream on the doing the 9x16, so I have a really hard time reading the comments. Okay, Skanes, just like they were calling out the investigation because of 20,000 less votes that are missing. Wrong question. They aren't missing. They never. Oh, Skanes, man, you definitely want to get my channel demonetized, don't you? And get me another strike. And it wasn't 20,000; it was 20 million. But I'm not pointing that out. I am not pointing out that 18 to 20 million voters disappeared. And well, actually, I did point it out. I did a short the other day, and go check it out. But you know what? We're not allowed to talk about that. Um, we need to save democracy by censoring people's speech. Okay, I don't believe that. Let's just be 100% clear. I don't believe that in the least bit. But that's the way that the big techs big tech organizations have thought about it for the past 2 or 3 years. Right? Hey, listen, we have been at this for 15 minutes. I appreciate it. The original video was only like 7 minutes long, so we packed a little bit more punch into this live stream than what I had originally planned. And I really do. I appreciate you guys that showed up to this and commented. If you're catching this on the replay, if you like this kind of content, hit the subscribe button. We do this every now and then. I try to provide enough material going forward that it helps promote a life done free. And if I fall short, say something in the chat, or if you agree with me, say something in the chat. I want to hear what you guys have to say. I may not agree with it, but I want to hear it. Most importantly, at the end of the day, guys, I need you guys to go out and, first of all, we figure out how the hell we end this thing. Because I was getting ready to end it. Oh, hang on. Nope, that's not it. Okay, I'm like really looking like a newbie here, because I'm like, how the hell do I shut this thing down? The sad part of it is, I've done this before. Let's see, pin to live stream. Nope, I don't want to do that. Oh, there we go. Okay, listen, guys. In all seriousness, thank you for showing up. Thank you for being involved. Go out, build community, get food independence, get self-reliance, and go live a life done free. Okay, guys, take care.